Hello my enchanted unicorn and welcome to your March rune reading. I am excited to have you here with me. I am Andrea, the rune reader, and I welcome you here on my channel where I do rune readings just like this. Today we are gonna look at the energies around you in March. You have 3 piles from which you can choose if you are new to readings like this. Here's pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. If you like to choose with objects or other things on top of the runes, here are 3 options for you. We have this beautiful white seashell. Then we have this other beautiful seashell. This is a pink one. And last but not the last, here we have a beautiful dark brown earthy seashell. Okay, so these are the 3 options that you have for today for our March reading. It's easier to decide if you take a deep breath first. I'm taking the deep breath with you. You can pause the video if you like to meditate on these runes and pick the one that you resonate with the most, and I will see you when you decide. Hello there, my beautiful pile 1. I'm so glad to meet you here. So let's start your reading. For March, you have Thorn, the rune of protection, the shield rune. It's gonna be a month where you are heavenly protected, where you are protected from all evil, or a month where you yourself have your guard up and you are protecting yourself from the rest of the world. But let's see the clarification rune that I've picked for you, which is the rune of birth, birch. So I'd rather see this as a month where you are gonna be heavenly protector rather than you protecting yourself from the rest of the world. A month where you are very fruitful in your endeavors, whichever they are. You're gonna be very fruitful in your endeavors and you're gonna be protected from all evil that may try to come against you meanwhile you try to make things happen. So I have for you 2 more oracle cards, these ones, and they are Astara and the Archangel Raphael. They're in Romanian, but I'm gonna translate them for you. This one says, you deserve the best. Look to reach for the stars with your wishes and dreams, and don't make any compromise. So that's a guiding message for you. And the second one from the Archangel Raphael says, I help you heal the physical challenges in you and others. You're a healer just like me. You may actually be to some degree self-protecting yourself in a sense that you self-heal maybe some old wounds or more recent wounds, something that hurt you, some hurts. Maybe you heal those with these 2, and maybe you reach for the stars and make something happen, a soul project or something that's very dear to you, and you make that thing happen and you are protected to do so. All these situations can be true, or only some situations can be true. If it's not something that really applies to you, maybe it applies to somebody else and the message was for somebody else. But runes are pretty much accurate when I do readings like this, so are big chances that March for you it's gonna be something between these lines. Now, don't leave yet, because there's more. I have right here for you in this jar that I made myself and personalized myself some extra messages some clues that you might see, or something that speaks to you directly. And I'm gonna do this and let something come out between my fingers. Okay, we have 3. I think that is enough. It was a jar meant for me, so I can draw inspiration from my drawings. I'm an artist. But today we're gonna repurpose it and read some messages for you. Here we have bobtail dog. Some are written in Romanian, some are in English, because why not? I'm a pretty quirky person. This says legat de Alice în țara minunilor, which means something about Alice in Wonderland. And the next one says, it says Vin Fantasy. I don't really remember what I meant with this, but the translation would kind of be fantasy wine. So maybe if you have the legal age, you will drink some fantasy wine and some beautiful ideas will come to you, or you will drink some beautiful wine and that will make you feel really inspired and motivated, or you will just pamper yourself with a glass of wine. I don't know, maybe it says something directly to you, maybe it's something that you will see right before something manifests for you. There's lots of room for interpretation, so I'm gonna let you play with this. And the list says mâncare personificată, which means personified food. I don't know, maybe you see some funny food design on a shirt right before something happens, or you see some talking food on TV before something happens, or I don't know, something between these lines. It's very probable to happen right before something comes to fruition, or these are things that you see and mean that you are on the right track to what you have in mind right now when you're listening to this reading. So yeah, it's a very light-hearted month for you, where you are healing, where your dreams come to fruition, you make them happy, you are protected, and you deserve the best. And I want you to remember this, because you are my enchanted unicorn, and you have to remember that you are protected and that you deserve the best, and you deserve to reach the stars and have your wishes and dreams come to fruition, and you deserve to be healed and to heal yourself. Maybe, just maybe, that's another thing that came into my mind right now, you are very talented in healing others yourself, and by healing yourself you discover this within yourself. I repeated the self word too many times, but that's it. Okay, I'm done talking, so thank you very much for watching my first reading. I'm so excited to read for you, and I hope it resonated. If it did resonate, leave me a comment at the end of the month or right now, as you wish, and tell me your thoughts. Please give a big like to this video if you liked it and if it resonated. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I hope you have a wonderful, enchanted, miraculous month ahead, and see you next time. Bye bye! Hello my pile 2, I'm so glad to meet you here. So let's start your March reading. Here you have the water rune, Lagu, and it says that it will be a pretty free-flowing month, where lots of ideas come to you and you are very in tune with your emotions, and inspiration comes easily to you, and things are pretty much free-flowing. But I picked another from this pouch right here, and the rune that came out for you was Isa, or ice. And I've encountered this particular situation before in one reading that I've done to myself, and basically what happened at the end of it was that water froze, that something solidified, something that was flowing, that was pretty liquid and shape-shifting, and it wasn't something solid, became solid. It was something that I had for a very long time in my mind that came to fruition. It became something visible and solid, and I think it is pretty much possible that this situation applies to you too. Something that maybe it's just an idea at the beginning of the month solidifies, or there is a reverse of this situation where an idea that you had and it was pretty free flowing at the end of the month freezes, and you're not so much passionate about it or not so much interested about it, or something that was free flowing at the end of the month freezes. So to clarify this even more and give you some advice, I have here for you two oracle cards right here, two angel oracle cards, and they are this one in this particular order from left to right. And we have here Yvonne. They're in Romanian, so I'm gonna translate them. You have a very special bond with animals. Animals from earth and from heavens are guarded by angels. And the other one, what do you wish for in this moment? Visualize it and it will come true. Negativity will stop you to go further, to manifest further, if you want to say so. So, it was very tied to what I've just said, especially this card here, in a very interesting manner, because here we just talked about manifestation. So, what do you wish in this particular moment? What do you wish for? If you visualize it, it will come true. But if you have negative thoughts, they will stop you from going further with your manifestation, from seeing the results that you want to see. So that's a very strong message here. And I don't know, maybe some cute little animal you will see right before something will happen, or you have some guardian angel animal that you are aware of and it came to say hello, or some animal will guide you in some way, like, I don't know, let's just say you find a kitty and that kitty actually has an owner that looks for the kitty, and somehow you find out that it's a lost kitty, and through that kitty you meet its owner that may help you manifest something that is very important to you, or something like that. Something about that particular manner in which animals may help you reach your goals and your dreams and wishes and make them come true. It's a very interesting reading here, and I'm very excited and happy for you to have such a beautiful message in your cards for March. And I want to give you even some more details with this quirky jar that I made. I personalized myself a long time ago, and it was made actually for inspiration for my drawings, as I'm an artist and I like drawing, but I didn't always had inspiration. But today we are gonna use this to give you some more details about things that you may encounter right before something very good happen, or I don't know, some extra messages that may be relevant to you. Okay, that's enough. We have another one here. You have 5. Okay, I'm gonna keep them. I'm not throwing any of these away. Some are written in Romanian, some are written in English because reasons. So I'm gonna translate those that are in Romanian and keep the English ones as they are. Here, the first one that actually came out, and it was a bit out of camera, so you may did not see it, is zebras. First we have zebras, like zebra striped pattern, or the animal itself on a show at TV. You may encounter it on the internet. It doesn't really matter. You may actually be, you know, crossing the street. You may be on the street at the zebra and encounter somebody that helps you manifest something beautiful, or encounter some cute animal that guides you to someone that helps you manifest something beautiful. It may be that case. Okay, so the next one, the green one right here, is Nico Di Angelo fan art. If you are familiar with the Percy Jackson fandom, you may actually know this character. It's a fictional character. It's the demigod of death, of Hades, the son of Hades. And I don't know, maybe you see a fan art of this guy right before something happens, or Hades, it's actually the governor of the underworld, which underworld is, it's represented by the death people, yes, but also it's represented by all the riches that are underground. So you may manifest in this month lots of riches, and you have to keep positive because negativity will kill your manifestation, and you have to get those juices flowing and keep them flowing so you can manifest lots of riches. Let's continue, and we have bears. Maybe you will have the strength of a bear. Maybe you will see a bear right before good happened. I don't know, maybe you resonate specifically with bears. Next we have fantasy animals. Very interesting, especially with this Greek referenced thing. Maybe you are into Greek mythology or fantasy, animal mythology, or mythology in general. Very interesting. Maybe by focusing on what you love to do, or to dream about, or to document yourself about, study something that you love, maybe by doing that you will have even more clarity on what you want and more strength to manifest it. Next thing, I just picked the same one again. Oh, silly me. Next thing, we have animals flying with parachutes or parapente. I don't know how they're called in English. Yeah, it's a pretty silly message, and maybe you really like these crazy things, just like I did, and I liked drawing them. And you may see some pretty crazy, I don't know, patterns on a t-shirt right before something happens. Or you may purchase yourself a very crazy patterned t-shirt. So, I don't know, it makes you feel more lighthearted and more joyous and something between those lines, and it helps you manifest even greater. So this is it for today, basically. I hope you liked today's reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment how it worked for you, or if it didn't work for you. I hope you have an amazing month, just as miracle and magical as you are, my beautiful enchanted unicorn. And see you on my next reading. Bye bye! Glad to see you, my third beautiful pile. So let's get right into your March reading, rune reading. And here we have reversed Pert, I think it's the pronunciation for this rune. And, well, the moment this rune came out of this pouch in which they are held, I wanted to read you straight from the book for this particular rune. It is the rune of gambling and the rune of risks, but because it came reversed, I wanted to read you straightforward from the book. But before that, the clarification rune, it's Ansur, but reversed again. So because we have this kind of delicate situation, let me read you from the book. In reverse, Parrot indicates that what is about to be revealed will be none too pleasant for the querent. If he or she has any dark secrets, a reversed birth signifies that they will be exposed. Alternatively, when reversed, this rune may indicate that someone with whom the querent is involved either personally or in business, is not to be trusted, and that the evidence for this will soon appear. In either case, the querent must arm himself or herself for disclosures of a discomforting nature. And the second one, Ansur, says something like this: the querent should not listen too closely to what he or she is being told, because the information is not in their best interest. The querent must be careful not to become so involved in the situation that they become unable to make a clear decision. Reversed, the implication is that the querent has become unable to see the wood for the trees and must therefore be objective and cautious. Well, I feel that somebody has something to hide from you, and someone with whom you are involved, it's not quite sincere to you, has something to hide from you. And the interesting thing that appeared when I picked for you some oracle deck cards to make the reading even more accurate and precise, well, these two came out, which are about children, just as this one is about children. These cards are in Romanian, so I will translate them to you immediately. But what I want to say before that is that either that you are a teacher and you teach kids, or you want to become a teacher, or you want to get pregnant or have your own children, somebody may not be totally honest with you. If you are a man, maybe your girlfriend is pregnant and she doesn't tell you. Or maybe if you are a girl, you may have a pregnancy that you don't know about just yet. Or if you want to become a teacher, it's probably that somebody that you rely on to help you with that mission doesn't have your best interest at heart and is not quite honest when it comes to helping you become a teacher. I don't know what's exactly the case here. It's a very interesting situation, and I didn't want you to hang out like that with this kind of message especially, so I left the oracle deck unshuffled furthermore, so I can look into the energy at the bottom and at the top for even more accuracy. But before I do that, let me translate these cards and not leave you hanging more. It says like this: ai darul de a lucra cu tinerii și misiunea ta divină implică ajutarea, învățarea și îngrijirea copiilor. In translation, you have the gift in working with teens, with youngsters, and your divine mission implies helping, teaching, and caring for kids, like a caretaker or something. And the other one, which is opal, they have such beautiful imagery, and it says your children from earth or heavens are happy and taken care by God and the angels. It's such a beautiful message and such warm-hearted and beautiful, just beautiful. But what I didn't like about this too was immediately calmed down by these cards right here, because this one is the angel of peace. This is Archangel Uriel. It's the archangel of healing your emotions and allowing you to open up to a higher love. And it's the card that I take as a sign for these two that are very precise and as guidance directly from the angels. But here we have this card is very similar to me with this card. So just as I did here, I take especially these three cards as more relevant, because this card says that Adriana leads you directly to the answer at your prayers, just as Fiona says, now that you called the angels for help and guidance, open your heart to receive that guidance. So this is why I take these 3 cards and 2 cards more relevant here. And these 3 cards that are at the bottom of the top of the deck, excuse me, are about mediumic experiences, or like, I don't know, dreams, or something intuitive that you receive and helps you clear this situation, from which you will kind of come like right out of the darkness to the light, like this beautiful mystical unicorn like you are. And Mystique the unicorn says, be always ready to take action and don't take no as an answer. So don't, if somebody tells you that something it's not possible, like it's not possible for you to have children or something, don't listen to that, because that is bullshit. That is, excuse my language, bullshit. You don't have to take no for an answer, and you have to expect miraculous solutions. But you will have to have a bit of patience. It's all a matter of patience, not a matter of giving up. And if somebody tells you that your dream is not possible, that it's not achievable, it's probably lying to you. I don't know who's lying to you, but you shouldn't listen to any bad advice, to any negative advice given to you, like, you can be this, you can do that, you can have that. That's not true at all. That's not true at all, my darling. Not true at all. So you shouldn't listen to that kind of limitive talking addressed towards you. If you are under any circumstances worried about children, about your children, or even about your projects, because in some cultures projects and children are viewed as the same. That's why when you, for example, dream yourself as being pregnant, either if you are a male or a woman or a female, that means that you will have a project. So this can be as well about some big project of yours that people tell you that it's not possible, that you will not be able to birth, because this is as a symbolistic, kind of the symbol of a womb, the womb of a woman. And when it's upright like this, it means that you are able to birth new things. If it's a risky task or a risky something that you may want to go into, it's a very good omen, then it will succeed. But if it's reverse, it won't succeed, or something is hidden from you, or things are more complicated basically, or something it's lying to you. Very, very cautious about liars this month. And if it's a matter of children or of some sort, they're protected. You are protected too. And I don't know if you just got out of a divorce or something, and you're not at the best odds with your ex or something, and it's about that situation, but your kids are protected. And if it calls you like that, it's time for you to be focused more on teaching children, on talking to children, on taking care of children. And here we have in this jar that I personalized myself a long time ago, and I used to draw inspirations for my drawings as I'm an artist. We have messages of good omens, or I don't know, some pretty light-hearted, crazy, silly stuff that you may see and know that you are protected and guided and stuff like that. So, with no further ado, let's pick some of these. I let them pop out between my fingers as I shuffle them. Now that's enough. One got stuck between my fingers, so I'm gonna take this little one too. Some are written in Romania, my native language, so I'm gonna translate them. Some are directly written in English, because why not? I'm a quirky person, and those don't need translation, but those that need, don't worry, I've got you. So here we have wolves. Maybe the wolf is your spirit animal, and it came to say hello, or you may see wolves. I don't know, documentary about wolves or something of that sort, and know that you are protected, or that something important may happen right before you see that documentary, or I don't know, something with wolves. Look out for wolves. Rebel characters. Oh, this reminds me of kids, which are usually pretty rebel, and kids don't always listen to you, so this is very, 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 very related to kids, like childbirth, kids, rebel characters. I don't know what's happening here, but runes don't lie. Runes are a very accurate method of divination and don't lie. So I don't know what's up with you, pile 3, but it's very, very, very tied to kids. So I cannot mess with that. And the car outside my door agrees with me, basically, because I take the tit as a sign too. Robin Hood. Very interesting, very interesting. Maybe it's a story, a kid's story that you like to watch animated on TV with your kids or with some kids, or maybe it's something that the kids that you know or your kids like watching Robin Hood, or it's something that you are advised to read to your kids. I don't know. Rapunzel, I cannot believe. It's very, very, very kid related, very, very kid related, and kid directed to, like, especially for kids. This and Cruella de Vil, I cannot. All of these are animations, like animation characters. Even the wolves. Maybe, I don't know, the wolves from Bambi, the wolves from The Beauty of and the Beast, the wolves. I don't know. It's so very much related to kids. So this cannot be a coincidence. I really hope I helped you with this reading. And if it does, please give it a big thumbs up so we can grow this channel and more people can receive some guidance from the runes, which, as I've told you, are very accurate. If they are accurate to you also, please let me know in the comments, because I'm so happy to receive confirmations for what I'm doing here, since I cannot ask you directly in person, my beautiful mystical unicorn. So yeah, see you next time. Till then, bye bye!